all black. It's your name.
This is Brad Moore.
Oh, good show. Sergeant Michaud, good to see you.
Mark, nice to meet you.
Mark Vandermaas.
Mark, nice to meet you.
Hell of a grip on that.
We'd means business.
like to chat with you guys for a second.
Sure.
We could.
Yeah,
Can we
absolutely.
step off the side?
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
In your office, no?
As you know, we just want everybody to be safe here while this goes on, and we just want to try and facilitate that.
Perfect.
In doing that, we've been talking with the natives, and as you're aware, they believe that the Plank Road claim is unresolved. They believe it's all their land. They're more than willing to not interfere at all with this, but what they're asking, because they feel it is their land, that you ask permission through us to hang a flag.
Not a chance. Never going to happen. We don't negotiate our rights.
Okay.
We have the right to put up the flag. There will be no negotiation. What you do behind the scenes is up to you. We are not asking permission.
All right.
Well,
Did I say that properly?
Yep,
well,
yep, that's fine.
okay. Let's just take one step back, and what's the purpose for putting up the flag? I'm asking.
The purpose of the flag, the purpose of putting up the flag, is not to put up get permission to put up a piece of rag.
No.
It represents the values of the country that we've served under.
Right.
And it serves to identify.
What I have on my chest every
It's
day.
a symbol of
Right.
the two-tier justice, of the fact that you guys have been violating our right to freedom of expression for 2.5 years, based on threats from Native extremists. Okay, and I've got that from the Ontario Human Rights Commission, the OPP response to that, so it's right, I've got it in black and white, and our rights are not subject to threats or permission from any other group.
Right. So
That's what we're doing.
So, in response to that is that you don't believe that there are any treaty rights to be discussed here.
Well, it's interesting you should say that, the Plank Road claim, because I just happened to be reviewing the court case from Voortman and Associates, and in there the judge actually says that the Court of Appeals has held that I think that transfer was valid. So you know what, the issue of land claims, I'm not here to debate land claims. I don't care how long the negotiations go on. That's nothing to do with us. Our point is that the Constitution, the Charter of Rights, protect all Canadians, and they are not subject to the discretion of Six Nations or the OPP.
No.
So whatever you got to do. So we're going to go out and march flags. If you want to stop us, then we're prepared to lay common nuisance charges against anybody who gets in the way. There's not going to be any violence, but we're not putting up with it.
I didn't say that you should.
Okay.
All I said was that if we're here as a group of people to do something with a purpose, and that we agree that everybody has different rights for protesting and for making decisions on their part, then we respect both. And that's
Great. Do the natives come and ask permission from Merlin and me or Gary McHale or this gentleman or this gentleman if they can do a protest, a peaceful protest? That is their right to do? No. You're imposing. This is exactly why we're putting this flag up, to demonstrate this two-tier justice and this racially based policies that you're engaged in. That's your responsibility to protect our rights. And if you have to do that by going to them and negotiating with them, you do that. But it's nothing to do with us.
I didn't say it was. I'm just telling you what we were asked. So in response to that, I'm saying that if the purpose today was to put up a flag to show your solidarity for what you believe in, then that can happen. If you believe that others, much like your group, have the right to protest, then do you respect that or not?
I absolutely do.
Sure,
I also
okay.
respect the fact that they don't have to ask us permission to protest
But
or to put up a flag.
Okay, so if they wanted to come onto your property, Merlin, and protest something, and they were to ask you,
Well, first of all, it's not their property until they've proven it in court.
I didn't say that. I said if they wanted to, then they would come to Merlin and say, Merlin, we want to protest something in front of your property today.
They have the right to do
They
that.
have the right to do that.
We did it at Fantino's home.
Right.
They can come to my home as long as they stay on public property and do whatever they want.
And so that's all they're saying here is that you guys want to put up a flag today? And let's just say we want to put up a flag.
But
today.
I don't have the right to, they don't have to come to me in London and get permission to protest in front of my house.
Okay,
Any more than I'm going to get permission from them to
so
put
their
up a flag.
belief is that the land belongs to them.
That's great.
So that's their belief.
And our belief is it belongs to us.
Yeah, absolutely. And so if that's everybody's belief, and that's the belief structure that we're working in, then if I want to go put something on your property, if I'm running an election, I want to put an election sign on your property, I come and ask you.
Well, just because somebody believes something doesn't make it true.
If it's on my,
they can believe whatever they want.
If it's on my property, of course, they're going to get permission. But that's not their property.
But the land claim thing isn't just amongst a bunch of people deciding. It's in the courts as well.
The court's already ruled on that claim. The judge said it very clearly.
It's not finished with
and even if it was still before the Supreme Court of Canada, until that's decided that that's not public property that belongs to Canada or Ontario, we are going to exercise our constitutional rights and freedom of expression, and we don't need anybody's permission to do that. So, now, if you're saying to us that these people are so violent and so dangerous that you can't protect us, and you need to call in reinforcements and postpone this to another day for that reason, that they're going to attack us and there's an imminent threat, then we're reasonable people, right, Merlin?
Yes.
Then we'll reschedule this. But absent that, we're going to go and put a flag up.
And all I was saying is, if the real reason is that you want to flag up, then this should mean nothing.
How can you say that? This is not about a piece of rag. This is about the values of equality and justice.
Do not put words in my mouth with regards. I've never said that. Not once.
Okay.
All I talked about was respecting everybody's position in a dispute. That's all I talk
I can respect everybody's position in a dispute, but that doesn't mean my rights are subservient to another party, and their rights are not subservient to me. They have the right to protest, they have the right to go and put up a flag, they can do whatever they want, but they don't come and get permission from me, and you would never dare come to us
I would
and
get
say
permission
that.
from you to put a sign on your property. I would
We're
get
not
permission
on their property.
Well, that's the dispute. Mark.
Well, that's great. And while that dispute is being settled, we intend to exercise our right. We're not interested in land claims. It has nothing to do with us. It's law enforcement, equal treatment before the law. And the fact that you're even coming here and telling us that we need permission from any other group.
Another time you put words in my mouth.
Okay, then what? You clarify. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
I said to you, this is what we were asked.
Yes.
Then I talked to you about respecting everybody's position in the dispute. I've never once told you you had to. I've never once told you that the flag was a rag, of which you put those words all in my mouth today.
Look, Sarge, I'm not trying to do that.
And I've been more than good towards everything we've done here in the last few months, have we not?
Yes.
So why?
So do what's good today.
So let's do what's right today. That's all.
Well, what's right is that you protect our right. You protect our right to go and put up a flag, as the Supreme Court says we can go and do. And you tell the nice Native people across the street that you have a duty to protect that right. And these people.
No. Now again, you're doing it again, Mark.
What do I?
You're telling me what I have to do. You know what? I know what my duties are, and I know what I have to do. And the biggest thing I need to do in a situation like this is ensure that it gets done safely.
Super.
That everybody gets to and from whatever they're doing today.
Absolutely.
In safety.
Well, it'll happen safely as long as the occupiers don't commit any acts of violence. It'll happen safely. We're certainly peaceful. So they can respect. I respect their position that they think they own all of whatever. They can respect our position that we think we have rights, but under no circumstances are we negotiating our rights. So that's not up for. Well, that's what you're here for. You're asking us to go and give them ask permission from the people who have threatened violence against us, according to Julian Fantina. So no, we're not doing that. Like, you got anything else? Or like I don't mean to be rude, but come on, guys, this is 2.5 years later. We're having this discussion.
You know what? I've been having this discussion for the same 2.5 years, and all I want is some common sense and some people to say, you know what? My purpose today of putting up a flag was to show that I'm a Canadian citizen, and that I love the rights of being a Canadian citizen. And that's what I thought you guys were doing today.
No, what we're doing is we're showing that there is a two-tier justice policy and racial policing going on, which is exactly what you're proving right now.
And using the flag to do it.
Doing the flag. Don't put words in my mouth. Okay, I think our discussion is over, Sergeant.
Absolutely.
So you tell the occupiers that we have no intention of negotiating our rights. We respect their position. They can respect our position. We'll respect their rights as well. Okay? Thank you. Sorry, Merle. I didn't mean to. Did I?
They're doing fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right.
What do you make of all this so far, Merlin?
Well, it's once again discrimination under the charter. It's just asinine to even expect us to ask Six Nations for permission to put up a Canadian flag. They don't ask us permission to put up a native flag. So, we're bound to determine this flag's going up under no conditions from Six Nations and under the Charter of Rights in Canada.
We just had a discussion with the OPP. The OPP are prepared to let us put up a flag, but they want us to ask permission from the occupiers if it's okay. And we told them basically, in a nutshell, we don't negotiate our rights. We respect their position that they think they own everything they see, and we are asking them to respect our position that the law is on our side, that we have the right to put up a flag, and that we intend to do it. So
we're not going to put up the flag?
We're going to try.
Wow.
Okay, so we're going to go. The plan is, it's the same plan. That hasn't changed. We're going to go out there. We're going to walk out there. If we're stopped by the OPP, we'll do what we did last time. We'll gather evidence and get photographs. And if we have to, then we'll consider laying criminal charges if they stop us from doing it. Okay, I've asked the OPP if they were so dangerous, if they're saying to us that we're under an imminent threat, that they're so dangerous, that our lives are at risk, then perhaps we could postpone it until to give them time to get reinforcements to protect our rights, but they haven't said that. So as far as I'm concerned,
are we expecting a whole bunch of police stopping us?
I have no idea what to expect. If they stop us as they did last time, we will gather evidence to be used in possible criminal charges.
Well, last time we had the helicopter and we had...
well, that could be this time too.
Plenty evidence of police, but I don't think so.
Okay, so let's go.